Hi boys and girls, welcome to this video. If this is your first time in this channel, then I hope you can enjoy my videos and that you can like, and I hope that you can share, and you may help me a lot if you can also subscribe. So that being said, welcome to ABAKETONEBORIKEJ, where we talk about things about Puerto Rico, but especially the indigenous language of Puerto Rico, which I have prepared information throughout the years enough. So now at this point in 2025, I can teach you how to speak Taino Borique, which is indigenous language of Puerto Rico. And I've studied this, so this language can be totally conversational. But that being said, this is not why I am making this video. I am making this video because I want to present to you a situation, or it can be an opportunity, if you may catch my drift, along my foundation, which I have made. I have initiated this undertaking through a foundation as well, where we can help people. If somebody is hungry, we can help them. If somebody needs some help, we can go there. Any type of help. So that being said, thank you for being here. And if you want to volunteer, if you want to be helpful, you just want to help, then this is a good place to be, right here and right now. So I'm going to present you a story, and I'm not going to make this video too quick, but I'm just going to present it because it's something that really touches me, right? It goes really deep into my heart, because I used to be a small child here in Puerto Rico, in the island of Puerto Rico. So I studied in public schools all my life. So there was this police officer when I was a child that I knew, and I knew her because she had a son who was in my same classroom. So long story short, when we grew up, years after all this, and I don't even really know them that much anymore. But still, that being said, I still know them. I still used to speak to them. They used to be in my face, in my surrounding every day. They knew my name, not totally in perfection, right? But enough to say, hi, I know you. Hi, how are you? It's so good to see you, which has happened. But I learned that she lost her son. And I knew him, But she is a police officer, this lady, and she knows me because of her son. So every time she sees me, she's just in shock. People listen to me. There's a lot of Puerto Ricans here that are so hurt. So every time that she sees me in going through town, when I'm around town, or I'm just passing by some of the places where she is working, and then she sees me. So I've noticed that she likes to say hi to me. She likes to greet me, but her eyes, she becomes all shocked. She freezes in where she is as she's looking at me, and I can tell that she's just like in another world. Everybody knows why. Like, what is she thinking? She's thinking of her son when she sees me. So when she sees me, I can tell that she just goes into this little pauses and she freezes and I don't know, she loses her breath, and she's there and she's looking at me with her eyes wide open, like, and I'm like, oh my goodness, I you poor thing, I'm so sorry. Every time, like, I'm like, you poor thing, I'm so sorry, and I wish I could do something for you. I wish I could do something to tell you that I'm with you, and I'm so sorry that that happened to you. So if you're a viewer, well, I present you my Buy Me a Coffee account. So I'm thinking that we can, I don't know, we can leave her a message. I will drive myself. If we do this, I promise to you that I will drive myself to the police station and I will inquire for her because I know her name, which I'm not gonna mention here unless we have everything set, and then I'm gonna, and that's if she wants, right? But in the end, this is real, so if she wants, then we can probably have pictures or something, which I have no doubt that she's gonna say yes. So if the community goes together and we maybe donate to my Buy Me a Coffee account, you can go to my Buy Me a Coffee account and we can prepare a check for her. I don't know, it could be a good check for her. I promise to you. Just go to my Buy Me a Coffee account, which I will leave the link in the description. So just go to my Buy Me a Coffee account, and I suggest that you can donate to my Buy Me a Coffee account. And as you donate, you have to specify that this amount that you are going to send me is for this police officer who is a mother, but apparently she lost her son years ago, so you can write that is specifically for this mother who lost her son, who should be my age today, but this was a long time ago. So but I've seen her a few times. I could say I've seen her, like, I don't know, like 5 times or more, maybe something like that. It could be. And every time that I see her and she says hi to me, and we have this moment that I don't know how to explain, but it's like my presence just shocks this person because he was in my classroom. So she sees her son when she sees me. Because look at that. Like you have to understand that this lady, this mother, she was a police officer, I think it's a state police officer. That's how you call it. Estatal. I don't know how to say that in English. However, anyways, she worked at the school. So if you were a police officer and then you work at the same school, you go and you work at the same school as a guard, anybody could be a guard in a school. Like, I don't know, the just anybody could be a guard. The cleaner could be standing as guard in the entrance of a school, or a real guard, from a company, a security guard, or sometimes they bring policemen, police officers. So she was working as a police officer at my own elementary school where he was in my classroom. So you can imagine how much this mother loved her child and wanted to protect her child, that she was an officer and recurrió. She, I don't know if it's recurred. Anyways, she had decided that she was going to work as security in our school. So this is a total attestment to how much this mother wanted to protect her child. So I was thinking for so many years, I was like, oh my goodness. Like, everything is there. She worked at the school. She loved her child. And then in the future, then we just discovered he wasn't here any longer. So that's why when I knew of this and that it happened, I knew that I had to do something. So, like I said, my idea was to leave her a community, I don't know, maybe some sort of a community message where you can send maybe money, or you can send her a message, or one or the other. It doesn't have to be both. But if it's both, then it's totally, it would be way better, because I want to give her a really good gift. So if it would be a check, then a police officer, I think, would understand that type of gift, because it would be more acceptable, something from the community, something that is, it would be like paper, it's not like a box. That's my concern, where if we would give a gift, to somebody and it wouldn't be appropriate, they have to be more secure onto what things they may accept. But I think that if I just walk and I'm sincere and I go to the police station and I say, hey, look, I used to study with her son, and I go well dressed and all that, I go well prepared, and I could go with the information in hand, because I know that she may still be working, or maybe she doesn't work anymore, but she could be still working, because I've seen her recently, but I don't know, but she's known in the community for sure. Like, in all the communities that I know, well, she's known. So if I just go sincerely and I go like, hey, I used to study with this police officer's son, and I know that that you people, that you as co-workers, you may understand the story, but I know them since I was a child. So that's why I'm here, because I've known, this is my message if I will be there. So I've known them since I was a child. So, and I've had this notion when I knew of the news, but I wasn't able to do anything. Like, the only thing that I could say is like, oh, I'm so sorry, or things like that, But I'm tired of having, my, empty hands. It doesn't have to be always money, right? But in this case, since I would create an institution through, a foundation, so it, you know, I don't think we could go wrong with maybe a check, but I think a message to from the community, saying like, we're here with you, uh we are suffering together, we are with you, and I hope that you can always remember. I really don't know, but there could be a whole bunch of messages that could be positive that you guys can write. But me personally, I wanted to help in, or do something, something meaningful, like not just saying sorry. Oh, I feel so sorry for that, and I'm with you, which is okay, that's pretty nice. But now that I have my foundation, I truly wish that I could do something that has a that could have more weight than that. Maybe a gift uh provided by a group, which is the community, and now that you know the story, then you most likely feel the same way as I do. She looked so sad and so shocked, and her face just ex- expressiveless, like, man, I'm so sorry. And I didn't even know how to act. I didn't even know how to act when she used to do that. I wish I could hug her. What to do? I don't know. She's a she's a police officer, and the times that I saw her, she was in on her in on duty. So I don't know how to approach that. Like, especially as I was younger. That I didn't have the maturity or something. But today, if I would face her right now, then I don't know. I wouldn't be afraid to maybe put my hand on her shoulder or something like that, man. Like, everybody would understand. Like, if I would have done that, like, I'm not, I'm too timid, right? But if I would have done that, like, slowly, and I go and I look at her and I put my hand on her shoulder, right? And maybe she has like cops next to her, they are going to understand. She's gonna burst into, I think she was gonna into crying. She was just gonna cry. People would understand her, and I was just gonna hug her, and then the cops would be like, "Hey, are you okay?" And then she's gonna be like, "It's okay, it's okay. He was in school with my son." That's the sort of things that I would imagine. I'm so sorry, but I really wish, that sounds a little. I don't know how you may perceive that, but if I were to ever leave this world, I wish I could do something big for people that have suffered. Not because I understand them, not just because of that. Since I was a child, I just felt a way for people. I was like, wow, like, I want to do something. I want to do something, something, something. But people who want to do something for the community, sometimes it's just sometimes you have a battle with resources, you know but that's okay. Like, there's always a reason for everything, and there's always time for everything. So, and all the things that have that the bad things, the negative things that have happened, then they are eventually going to turn and become into something better, into something positive. So that being said, I'm just gonna end the video here, and I'm gonna put my buy me a coffee link in the description down below. I really hope you can help. Like, anything is okay. Buy me a coffee. You can send money through digits of 5. So it's literally buy me a coffee, and maybe a coffee today is generally around $5, or from, well, that's a very expensive cup of coffee, but you can get your cup of coffee for 2. For There's even places where it's like 150. It depends on the community, right? But eventually, the more generalized price is that $5 coffee. So I think that's why that's set like that. But I hope you can do something, like, and if not, then it's okay. I would still suggest that you can maybe send her a message, and I'll put that in her card. I hope it's a big card. I'll grab a cartulina. I'll grab a big. Anyways, that being said, like, share, and subscribe. Don't forget to send money for this person who is suffering. I would imagine still to this day, because that's not easy to go through. I'm not hurt to be in her shoes, but you can just imagine, right? So, Wepa, Puerto Ricans here, Indigenous Taino Nation, undercover Taino boss here. You guys are bosses. Undercover angels are here. You guys are angels. So thank you for that. So, and if you want to help me too, then you can also tell me and ship in some for me too. And then you can write it like, oh, this is for you. Buy yourself a coffee or something like that. And I'll be like, oh, that's okay. Thank you so much, because I know that this community is a family, and we have to usher all of our projects, all of our initiatives right now. So thank you for being here. Like, share, and subscribe, and all that. And I'll see you on the next video. Thank you.